Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colours nearly meld together.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed
Do
to...
something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
That's true.
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Won't it roll over in the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tech talk really rubbing me the right way here.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
Machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
Oh. What's it packing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7-liter V12. That's huge.
Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
That's what, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
God damn.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It looked like it weighs $120, you know, so like he's just put like this rocket on this lightweight shell. Rear wheel drive, like you'd floor it and do a backflip.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Oh, there we go. Ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
Oh, hey, will you be my friend?
Maybe.
Oh, well,
Yes,
that's a positive
definitely, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely maybe. Oh, well, that's better than just a regular maybe.
And means no.
Oh. Anyway.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me, please?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
We give her the details.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Thank
The
you.
International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside
Interns.
EPIS and the coalition government.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Ask around about tattoos' possible meaning. So maybe the guy at the pawn shop, maybe the girl at the bookstore. I don't know about anyone else that could probably help us with that. Getting the body down. Access the harbour. We can just walk through to speak to Everett. Really doesn't work. Running on cold juice. $7.2 of, let's go with like some sort of like ethanol. We'll really send him to the moon. Thing. Everett, we tried getting the body down, and the bullet hole that appeared in it is making things worse. And I wasn't allowed to pop its head off.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Well, they used one of your cargo straps.
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Yeah, you're a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Thank you. Such a nice man. So if we sell some stuff, I can't remember if it was $20 or $25 a night. I think it's 20. we're looking at 3 nights available. We might need to buy some more healing stuff at some point, though. Jean-Luc.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Man, I should have used my double sixes for that.
So it was. My unpromising race pupil entered the harbor and used my superior to give me orders.
Yes.
I salute your cunning and will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but. But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
What if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Alright then.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
So, about that local sports team.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah. We're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
We probably shouldn't tell her we lost our gun then.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
He's trying to climb up the ladder.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
We also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Well, we're answering this guy's question. Is the RCM for sale? It's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez.
It's Kuno.
It's Kuno. Then the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Did you get the body down? He must have fallen off the ladder.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing. We did what we had to do to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Fine. Well, I'm getting a nice little slightly hungry feeling, so I think it's time to put those pies in. Go check out the body. Let's go check out this body. What we got? It's 8 o'clock game time. So we've got another hour before what's-his-face will complain it's getting cold, and then another 3 hours before we probably need to be inside. You idiot. It's trapped under the branch. Measurehead's gone up there, climbed out on the branch, and the branch has fallen down.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Your autonomy system seems okay for the moment, so maybe don't need to send it and risk damage or a downgrade. I mean, you're risking damage, and you're definitely getting a downgrade.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
Which could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaught.
Oh, man. He's not going to answer my questions.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
Well, I mean, technically that action is what gets done in those videos, Man Without Hair.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. Yes.
Field autopsy.
1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We're on number 3.
Which one's 3? Field autopsy. Let's go.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Whew. Got it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
I have.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
That's not helpful, brain. Clap your gloved hands. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
Yeah, we got this.
We
We're
got this.
smart.
Smart. Okay, open the ledger to the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Begin 1, assistant.
That's you.
Right, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Right, Harry Dubois.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Coroner's case number.
dot 0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
That's okay.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
No, it's because he's the one cutting the body open. Oh, well, that's okay. No, that's no, yeah. But what? But superstar?
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
Oh, it'd be the same as the assistant one.
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone? 10:15. It's understated.
Yeah, there we go.
Good. Let's go with that.
Oh, nice. Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
Okay.
He nods.
Mondial.
Fair
That's
to
the race.
olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
I just knew one of the two would have to chime in with that one. Why would you ask him? Wouldn't you just write male?
Male.
Pigs could have sex.
Right. Effie. Right. Pig's gonna have sex.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Alright.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41
Also could have written yes, please.
0803.1015 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck.
Evidence
Only
of
one
treatment.
box
Bullet
remains.
wound to chest.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment, anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I'm not so sure. Didn't footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Yeah, but what if the hanging is a cover-up for someone else strangling him?
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2
he's gonna
seconds
cut
to
him up.
perform. Then,
We should start the post-mortem.
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Number 1, external examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Kuno, it's not happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Write it down.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings. to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigger Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
We don't need to touch the corpse's hair. Let's just write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging, albeit faint, as noted. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Kuno.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Write down but amend for high velocity.
Ligature mark.
No. Okay, he's gonna be cutting
Steel
him.
wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature.
Wouldn't you just
mark.
undo the...
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber gripped cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. Would it be a good idea to cut the knot instead of the belt? Seems the more conservative
Yeah, let's do that.
approach. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. After some deliberation,
Thank God for
you
that.
sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Alright, let's grab this point in... I want to grab all of these. Now, do you want to learn the bow collector? White Morning. What's a spree to corpse? Let's grab this Jamrock Shuffle.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
Now, let's get out and see.
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
I wish I'd botched the cut.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
The scarring is extensive, way more than law officials.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
The lieutenant look at his hands.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Well, if I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Alright, not applicable.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
He begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Okay, let's have a look inside.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper inside. Uh-oh.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat.
Alright, we're not
and
looking
darkness.
at anything again. We're just going to write it down.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Wait, why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
No.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts.
Am I an expert at those things?
Nothing in your alcohol-soaked memory directs to having forensic expertise on either one.
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
That's it?
That's it. Same for toxicology and serology. And
Both?
unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
The completionist in me wonders if something we could still
Like
do.
a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Alright, toxicology request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He looks around the ground to the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down and omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung.
Spin stabilized munition.
I don't think we should mention that. Better not to muddy the waters.
Yeah, I agree. Waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
At low
Has
velocity.
confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest,
Opinion,
where the countless
fatal injury.
stones
Arrest the
have hit
Kuno.
the dead man. Beneath, the description,
Right. Next,
Ligature mark.
a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Alright, it's very easy to put fatal injury, which means we're ruling out that someone else killed him and then they put him here dead.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
Yeah.
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky.
Thanks for that.
I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy. I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages.
for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
May as well roll it. We don't get another chance. Except we fail on morale.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Under his fingernails like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
Yeah, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Where do we find a fridge for the body?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why? Yes, there was.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
Alright.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Alright, look at the ice bear. Is it that tall? Or was there somewhere? Yeah, it was that tall, right? There's, oh, we turned it off though. Might not be cold enough.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect. All we have to do is plug the fridge back in.
Alright. Which one was the bear fridge?
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box.
The jug red
A
cable.
giant electric mammal awakens. The dead body is going to be safe in the embrace of its cold innards.
Great. The owners of this building will just have to keep paying for the electricity sucked up by this monstrosity a little longer. Let's return to the fridge.
This orange machine is dead still. The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Yeah, fridge is plugged in now. Will you help me with the body, Kim?
Of course. I'll take the head, you take the feet. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we'll manage.
Alright, you take the head, I'll take the feet. Who's going to take the torso, the legs, and the arms?
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This does not leave this room.
We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
Yeah.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled
Well,
circumstances.
okay. So we did actually do a good thing, because instead of driving the decomposing body to the morgue, which however far away that is, we can at least freeze it first, so he'll take a frozen, if not thawing body. That's got to be better. It'll get to the morgue in a better condition, right?
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Close the door. Wow, we got 2 points. Okay, so we can get 2 of these. That sounds like pies. So one of the things with this is that you've got to spend a point to forget these, which is really bad, because that's now like just a straight up wasted level up point. It really leads you to want to go to a wiki to find out what these do first. But also, why you wouldn't wait for anyone in particular, you just take the ones that you can get. Which means we're just going to fill up with the first... what do we got? 12 we can get. 13 we get. And if anything, they're probably worth take. You probably don't want to take any. Oh, that one was worth okay, because that gave us the 6 points to get the body down. But the rest of them are only sort of giving. That gives nothing. That's actually a penalty. That's +1 conceptualism. So it cost 1 point to take 1 in conceptualism. We could have just put 1 in conceptualism, except we could have put it somewhere we actually want it. So, I mean, it's interesting to try and unlock some memories and get some stuff. But from a game point of view, yeah, to the wikis, only take specific ones that go with the build you're looking for, or that you need, like the volumetric shit compressor. And then just put the other stuff in other things. Ooh, pies. Is there anything else you want to do? We'll have a look at those when I get back in a sec. Even then, what if the thought you want to internalize can't be unlocked until the finalized game? Seems a bit silly. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, like, what you'd have to do is you'd look them up, right? And you'd note down any of the ones that were relevant to your build. Because remember, you only start with one spot. So the first one you'd take would probably be volumetric ship compressor, right? And if you don't have any of the ones because you don't get them to the end of the game, because you wouldn't have to spoil that with yourself. You go, okay, I've got a level up point. Do I have anyone I want to learn? No. Okay, I'll put it into something. You know, you'd only take it when you get them. And you wouldn't wait for any of them. I mean, on that note, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's a thing. You know, it gives you the opportunity to play, whether you want to play the game very safe and just take. It depends if you want to call it safe and boring or just safe. Because these seem kind of fun. Like learning the hobo cop was kind of fun, you know. So it does let you play story a bit. So you could look at some of these and go and read into them and go, do I want to try and solve this solution? Maybe. And that's probably what I should have done with some of these. Be like, do I really care? But I don't have anything else to learn right now. And yeah, so it's kind of it's very cool, but it's also in a weird situation. It's like, how do I know if I want to learn this or if I don't want to learn it? Maybe just play and feel of it. Maybe you read it out. Maybe you take different ones in another play, or maybe you just look up the things and their answers because you want to read into the lore. Is it like the casino answer? No, not a little bit, but not really, because I don't think these actually are something else. You know, like another system you can play with. It's just another little piece of lore here and there that gives you a random, like, I like the idea that it gives you a penalty while you're learning it. You know, so that's going to be for the next 6 hours. We have -1 of this and -1 of this. Some of them do, some of them don't. And it tells you at the start what your penalty is going to be. So if it's irrelevant to your build, you're like, cool, don't care. If it's something you might want, you'd be like, no, I don't want to lose that one. So maybe I'll learn it later, maybe in a spot where I don't think I'm going to need it. Don't know. It feels like a nice little extra bit of flavor, and the game is, you know, mostly flavor, so having more is just good. So what we're going to try and do visit the apartment. We were going to do this tomorrow, right? Was when he suggested, but I say we do it now. See if we can, which I questioned earlier in day 2, when he's like, let's do it tomorrow. I'm thinking, why don't we just do it tonight? So let's go do it tonight. Pie's good. Oh, we got two thoughts. We hear traffic in the distance. We're going to have light pollution from the east. Is that 28? Is that door 28?
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Yeah, why? Why tomorrow? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so two things. First thing we wake up, we need to get down to the checkpoint. Because we got told if we get there early enough, we can turn the thing and close the gates, the water gates. We should also show this photo to the lady at the bookstore to see if she knows if... Oh, the two old guys. We haven't found their petanque ball yet, or a replacement for the ball that we may have shot-putted into the ocean. Why aren't they here? It's too late. Like, the day locks up and basically says you cannot... Oh, I need to pay him before 9 o'clock. Oops. Maybe he'll still accept my money. Scribbled between the thighs of a page 3 girl. Something rude. Maybe this guy will recognize the tattoos on the photo.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hello, hello. Nope. How do I show him the photo?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, it still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. For you to discover, you've gotten as far as someone who knows about history could tell you.
Okay, so I'm guessing we're just going to have history shop in conversation with someone. We can't equip it or give it to anyone to look at. It's a shame. We can't get anywhere else new to go looking for nighttime bottle collecting. I think it might be bedtime. Oh, she's old. Do you know about history?
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
The water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh, my. What happened to the water lock?
Looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it, possibly Jacob Irv. No, wouldn't you know, it's blocked by a big butter billboard. Fell right into the water.
Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome. Can I have more than 5 experience, though?
You're welcome, ma'am.
Guess not.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Sure thing.
The quest for knowledge is never over.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
We'll let him know.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Your husband is a scientist.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Well, that's interesting because we need to find the cryptozombologist as an achievement in Plants vs. Zombies. I'm pretty sure they're linked with this case.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
Yeah, it's in the classic game of Disco vs. Zombies crossover, yeah.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
That's like another insult. I didn't mean to undermine your hobby, her husband's career.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Yeah, as opposed to fake research such as like string theory or quantum physics stuff. Yeah.
The quality of
Irrelevant.
research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Yeah, probably never. Hey, Gar, I need a room. I know it's late.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Yeah, fine.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yeah, but, fine. Jerk. Let's go have a sneaky peek in the kitchen while the dude's not here.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's paint.
We do have a quest to drink, and it is, you know, it's approaching 10 o'clock. I think it's an appropriate time to have a drink. Although we didn't find cigarettes. Now, Kim, unless you're going to come and... oh, wait.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key.
Later, Kimbo. Suppose he wants to talk to us.
Yes?
I think you should know I can't remember anything. No. Alright. Nothing. Actually, now that Kim's not looking... we can sneak out without Kim. He's not going to have his nightly cigarette. Where would we go by ourselves? We can go see Joyce. Alright. El Solo Hobo Cop. With his bag of cans and bottles. Hello.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Wait, do you know something about these tattoos? Oh man, I should have had Kim with me.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why, how was you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Huh. To be dealing with Everard again. No.
Of
Nothing
course,
new.
Detective.
Thought she might have... looks like Maggie Thatcher. Thought she might have invited us on board since it was just us. Apparently not. Alright, well. We might go back to our room and enjoy a nice glass of wine. Hobocop thirsty? Yeah. I mean, it's almost 10. Close the door from the inside, you moron. It's a tool. Let's go.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens.
Look at the bottle.
Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now.
What will be the repercussions if I take a sip?
Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
Take a sip. Morale's going down. Oh.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
Huh. We got an extra physical point. Not that that matters.
From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
One physique for 59 minutes. Oh.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Is that electrochemistry? Do we have enough clothes for more electrochemistry? Oh, -1 on savoir-faire versus -1 on savoir-faire do. Oh, we don't care about the sneaking.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected.
Wait, what?
As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly.
I do have the chain cutters. Take them out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
I have to look into that.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
What do we get from our Jamrock Shuffle?
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows? Maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
Find better loot in locked containers. Okay. Sounds good. Now, what was in the... What's with this chewing gum?
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
End of summer?
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Wait, where did it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps? Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes, made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive.
Points in volition boost morale. How do you get points in... Oh, it's in the build ones? So I'd have to actually put a point directly into that one to get the second morale point. Yeah, I was looking at which one of these stats would do it, but you can't raise these ones. Where does it show you what each 1 point would do? Can't even preview. Almost want to try all the actually I do want to try all the clothes on now. Doing hats yet? Doing shirts. No? That's a jacket. Oh.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
You're right, beautiful things do make people happy.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal. They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market
booster pack into, like, more shoes. Look out. Oh, no hobo hat. Okay, is that all the clothes? That's all the clothes. Let's put back on the ones we want to have on. I want a logic shirt. Jeans or so minus savoir-faire or minus reaction speed. Minus savoir-faire. I want to keep my reaction speed. I want to have that. Oh wait, the bottle's only got 2 uses left. However, we passed the quest of have drink, find booze and drink it. Yeah. Composure versus indirect modes of taxation. What does composure give us? So many things. The composure face? Okay. Yeah, I want to have that instead. Give me my composer shoes. Oh, that looks like everything. Looks good, boss man. Okay, and let's put the torch back in the bottle hand so we can use a torch. Yeah, it did state it somewhere. Okay, so tomorrow in game time, we want to quickly run down to the waterlock. And call Alice as well. Time for bed.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Yeah, it looks great.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Right.
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
Yes, thanks for being sorry about my liver, member. Wait, wasn't this the express to F. Alborough?
Now you've gone off the rails, baby. Now you're stuck sitting here by the tracks, admiring the wreck around you. You just can't help it, looking at yourself. The sum total of your accomplishments. You're just stuck here in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
They're jerks.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours. running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Time to wake up. To be bright and early, rise and shine. We're good. Let's get down to the water thingy. Get up.